All right, so today we're talking to Julie Richardson. Oh my gosh, she hit the Icon Award again with EXP Realty. For those of you who are checking this out, don't know what the Icon Award is, it is for the best of the best agents. It is actually something that any realtor can attain that when they're working towards it, but it's a system that EXP put in place to reward their top producers. Here's what the Icon Award is. It has some requirements for you that you have to hit for your production wise, but also more importantly, it's a position where you have to give back to the real estate community. And what we mean by that is Glenn Sanford, our founder, wanted to create something to reward the top agents who were willing to help other agents get to where they were. In other words, instead of stepping on people to get to the top, you reach down and you help pull other people up. And Stacy and I are so very excited for Julie Richardson becoming an icon agent again with us here at EXP Realty. So Julie, for people who don't know you, tell everyone your story. You've been in real estate 17 years, is that right?
17 years, Jay.
Tell everyone the story. What's the Julie Richardson journey? Where have you been? How'd you get here?
Yeah, I started out with a franchise. I was with them for like 2.5 years, and then I got my broker's licenses, Ohio and West Virginia. And then I was a broker for 11 years. And 3 years ago, I moved to EXP. So.
And what market are you in, Julie? People are watching this, they want to send referrals, yep. Right? And you want to have a referral partner. Where are you out of?
Yep, I live on the Ohio side. I live near Marietta, Little Hocking, Belpre. I travel like 10 to 14 counties between the two states. And Parkersburg, West Virginia is just right across the river from me. So, 17 years, both sides of the river down here. And it's a rural area, Jay. It's a rural area I've always sold in.
And you don't have to learn 2 different languages down there, right? You don't have to speak West Virginian and Ohio, and you can,
nope.
All right, that's awesome, great. Sorry, I had to throw a little humor in there because I've been down there. Some of the words they say down there on that West Virginia side, I have to relearn when I get down there on that. Like I didn't know what a holler was until I was down there visiting.
Down the holler, yep, there you go.
What a holler was. Yep. So Julie, on top of selling a ton of homes, right? You got a family, you and your husband have another business, right?
We do. Yep.
And what's Bill do?
And my husband has Q Wagon Barbecue here in the Valley. Yep.
Great.
And he's got a food truck and he does a ton of catering. So.
And you're getting ready to have a graduation here soon, is that right? Are we getting close?
No, Grace is just she's just going to go into 11th grade. She's in 10th right now. So.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Great. So you
got
another couple of years before
I'm
that.
an older mom.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. You look young, so you're good to go on that. So, Julie, what are the benefits to an agent? Maybe if an agent's watching this, like, because you've been growing a big team down there, right? How many people do you have down there?
Jay, and it's really remarkable what EXP offers us. And I was a broker for 11 years, and I never had a retirement. And EXP, I watched it, and I thought, gosh, is this too good to be true? And it's not, Jim. EXP has delivered even beyond what my expectations were. It's a lot to take in when I first came into EXP, but I'll tell you, my only regret is I didn't find it 10 years earlier. That's my only regret. It has changed my lifestyle. It has changed my retirement. I just couldn't be more grateful for finding this opportunity.
One of the great.
So glad I was open-minded enough to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because in our area, it's a small rural area, and people are very loyal, and there's nothing wrong with it. I was very loyal to my brokerage too, but I saw this opportunity and I thought, holy cow, this will change the whole dynamics of my retirement, and it's doing just that, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, what Julie's talking about as far as retirement goes is we know through National Association of Realtors stats that realtors don't have any retirement.
Correct.
Most retirement plans for realtors is what, Julie? What's most of their plans?
They just live paycheck to paycheck, Jay, and then they try to buy rentals and do this kind of stuff, and that's great. But this is being able for your money to work for you.
Right, and I don't know what Stacy and I, we were thinking before we met EXP, we were just going to sell houses till we died. That's what we figured that was going to be our plan. That sounded like a great plan until I got into my 50s, and all of a sudden I said, that's the worst plan in the world, going out there and having to hustle against these 20 and 30-year-olds. No thanks on that. So what EXP does for people who become icon agents like Julie is they do this. We're on what's called an 80-20 split with a $16,000 cap. So what Glenn Sanford said is, if you're willing to give back to the community like Julie has and teach and train and mentor other agents, and it's not a lot of time, it's a few hours a quarter, not a week, a quarter of helping other agents, he gives you your $16,000 back in company stock. Now, you were an Icon agent last year, right?
I was, yes.
Yeah, so you got that stock.
And that's a big deal. That's a big deal, Jim. You know, a lot of people think in small rural markets, they can't attain that, but they can. They can. I'm living proof. So it can be done. And it's huge for your retirement, your nest egg, whatever you want to call it, and your income. And talk about the 100% after you cap, you know, so.
The great thing about it is we know this, it doesn't matter how much you make, it matters how much you keep. And
Correct.
so Glenn has put in position for producers like you, Julie, and for other people that want to come after and go get it, is not only can you pay $16,000, but get your $16,000 back, that essentially puts you at 100% split. But if the stock goes up over time and it appreciates in value, now what's your split? It's better than 100%, right?
Correct. It's well over 100%.
And so we'll see that. And of course, we're not allowed to predict what stock's going to do because it's traded on the NASDAQ. But over time, typically the stock market when it's evaluated over a long enough time, it typically goes up. That's just what it has done historically. And so that's what we're talking about on that. So great job, Julie. We're so proud of you. Your husband's got to be so excited. And is Grace going to be joining us in the real estate business when she gets, what's going on with that?
Take that licensing, but I hope she does. She's got a great personality. And
yeah, she seems awesome. Just like her mom, she'd be great with that. So we got a couple of people on here probably want to mute themselves and say congratulations. And we're going to jump off. I see Danielle Jackson here in the chat. She put a bunch of celebratory emojis on there. Anybody want to say anything to Julie before we jump off?
I want to say congratulations, Julie.
Thank you. Thank you. All of you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And
there you go. Danielle Jackson, Stacy Lambright, John Herhold jumping on from Nashville, Tennessee. So great job, Julie. I'm going to get you a copy of this so that you can send it out. And you've been an incredible person that we've partnered with, and people that are partnering with you down there in Southeast Ohio and West Virginia they love you. You've done a great job giving back to all of them. You're helping everybody get to where you're at. So I think it's awesome. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
And we love you too
for the next couple of years.
Thank you. It's been the best thing that's ever happened in my real estate career.
I love you, Julie.
So, thank you.
Awesome job. Awesome job. Congratulations again. Thanks. That's an incredible feat.